Let's talk about how to short crypto, how to short Bitcoin. This is going to be a full walkthrough tutorial on how to use Bybit and how to short. Everything you need to know about shorting crypto, because this bear market's probably going to be a long one and you want to be able to make money no matter which way the market's going. The only requirement to keep watching is that you watch my entire Bybit digital course and you understand all of the risks that are involved. Please, please, please watch the entire digital course. Watch the risk versus reward videos. Don't just jump on here. Bybit has a testnet dummy exchange where you can practice trading crypto for free that replicates their leverage trading exchange. So if you want to practice leverage trading for free without risking any of your own money, check out the link. It's down in the description. Ready? Let's dive deep. So assuming you guys have watched my previous video, we're going to click on the derivatives tab. It's going to open up this menu. We're going to click USDT perpetuals, and then we're going to click BTC USD. Now I want to go over everything about this exchange really quick, and then we're going to dive into the actual tutorials. These currently are all of my open shorts. I'm short on Bitcoin, Ethereum, AVAX, and Cadena. This, if I were to close out my positions right here, right now, this is what I would walk away with. The unrealized profit and loss is your current profit or loss right now if you closed out that trade. Your daily realized profit versus loss is how much you've lost in the last 24 hours. Right here on AVAX, even though my trade's up $4.37, I paid 3 pennies to have that short open because funding was negative. We'll get into funding in another video. So this is just, maybe I took 10 trades on Bitcoin today and I might be up $1,000 in the last 24 hours. But just the trade that I have open right now is the unrealized profit versus loss. We have several cool things here. Your market price is the current price of Bitcoin or whatever asset that is. What is the current price? That is your market. Or LIQ price is your liquidation price. So if price of Bitcoin goes up to $34,853, I am going to lose this trade. That would be my liquidation price. Now over here, you also have a TPSL. That's your take profit and stop loss. So we can see right here, I have a take profit on Bitcoin at 25,400. So if price goes down to 25,400, it's going to close out my trade. If Cadena hits $1.35, it's going to close out my trade. ETH and AVAX, I'm getting ready to set up those next, but I wanted to show you guys as we go. Now over here, we have close by limit and by market. So what limit means is if the price of Bitcoin is 29,000 right here, right now, when I click limit, it's going to close out my trade at 29,000. Now price will be moving up and down because it'll be fluctuating with, the price of the market. So when it goes up to 29,000, it hits that, it'll start to sell. But if it didn't stay there long enough for it to close out your entire order, it'll wait. And then when it pumps back up to 29 or whatever the price is, it'll close it out as it can, but it doesn't guarantee that it's going to close out your trade. So if you want to get out of a trade right here, right now, you need to click the market button. Market means I want to close out my price. I don't care if it's free falling, obviously it could be a lot, but you just want to close out, get out of the trade right now, market. Now, if you limit out, you're going to pay a limit fee, which is like 0.004 or something like that. Bybit just changed their fee structure. If you close out by market, you're going to pay the 0.075%. So it's under 1%. So it's really cheap. Bybit always has the best fees. Now, when we talk about placing trades, if we want to limit into a trade, what that means is that if, for example, price of Bitcoin right now is at 28,800, if you wanted to open up a long position when the price of Bitcoin hits 25,000, I would set a limit buy order that would automatically open my trade if the price of BTC hits that target. We also always want to make sure that we're using isolated. What isolated means is that I'm only willing to lose what is ever isolated in this box. If I use cross, it will start borrowing money from the available balance. It won't just liquidate you. If it gets close to your liquidation price, it's going to add. It's going to take from whatever you have in your portfolio and start adding it to your position. So cross is like, I'm an idiot. I don't know why anybody would use cross. So now long, this is your long leverage up here. So if you click on that, you'll be able to adjust your leverage. And over here is your short leverage. And anytime you're placing limit buy orders, you always want to make sure that you have post checked. And what post means, if it's super tight and price is moving up and down, when you hit that limit order, if it's so close to your price, it'll actually start to market buy you in. So even though you chose to limit in, they will charge you marketing fees if you don't click post. Now let's talk about AVAX. So if I wanted to add more to my position, right now I am shorting AVAX, and this down here is currently my open position. I have an open position for $141. I'm using 7x leverage. My entry price was $24.38, and the market price right now is $24.53. So I'm actually behind on that trade. But I was doing a lot of research this week, and I really think that AVAX is just getting pumped market manipulation right now, and I think it's going to tank down on Monday, or as soon as the stock market starts to pull back and crypto starts to dump, I think AVAX is going to free fall. So I don't want to close out this position. Now, this is stupid, dumb money me, but this is how I trade. You should always have your own trading strategy, but I'm not willing, if AVAX goes to $25, to take a $20 or $30 loss. I'm going to actually add to my position. So now when AVAX gets up to $26.75, I'm going to add more to that position. If I wanted to place another limit order to add even more to that, what I can do is I can come over here and say, if price of AVAX hits $27.50, I want to open a position for 60 AVAX, but because you're using leverage, it's not really 60 AVAX, it's in contract size. So it's very, very confusing. We're going to walk through all this. I'm just trying to give you guys a rundown. If I click add to my short, what that's going to do is it's going to add another limit buy order. You can see right here, this 26.75, that's saying when AVAX hits 26.75, I want to add more to my position. Now, I'm going to cover that one up so you guys can't see it. So pretend like I didn't already have one right here. If this was the only open trade that I wanted to add to my position, when I hit open long, it's going to put a line across here and it's going to say, hey, when AVAX hits 27.50, I want to add $185 to my position. And what that will do is it'll bring up my liquidation price. So if my liquidation price right now is $27.62 and I add to my position at $27.50, that's going to bring up my entry price, because my first trade was at $24.38 and then my second trade is at $27.50. It'll probably split the difference and bring my entry price up to 25 or 26, which would then bring my liquidation price up to like 29. Now, if we swing over here and we click the derivatives tab and we pull up the list of coins, we can filter by percentage change in the last 24 hours. So I like to filter and see what's, screaming up. Is there a good shorting opportunity, especially in this market? Even though I think we're going to rally into Sunday, I think this might be an opportunity to get some good shorts in. So I filter and I see people's up 27%. So I could guarantee it's just some crazy fireworks going on over here with people. And we can see how people trades, right? It's insane gains followed by pure just devastation to the downside. And what we can see right now, we can see our funding rate is negative 1.5%. So I'm actually not going to short it, right? I'm going to mark it into a long, because funding, these whales are paid to keep this thing long right now, big time. So I'm going to mark it in. And what market means, I want to take a long position. So if I come over here, we got people selected and I want to mark it in and say I want to bet, I don't know, I'm going to use some crazy leverage. I'm going to use the max on this one because I think people is going to run up crazy right now over this weekend. This is a pure market manipulator move. So we're going to come over here. We're going to do $100 long on people when 99% of people are going to be shorting this. People are going, oh my gosh, people just ran up 65 cents. It's a shit coin. Let's short it, right? But when you take a look at funding, what funding means is, like right now, I opened that long because I just marketed into that trade. The fee to market in for $100 was about 85 cents. So not too much, right? Now I'm down, but what we can see is that every 8 hours, I have to pay funding. To be short right now, I would have to pay 1.5% of my entire position. So my entire position on this trade, the value of it with leverage and everything is $1,422. So every 8 hours, I am paying 0.15% if I was short. But since I'm long and funding is negative, I'm actually getting paid funding. So what happens a lot of times with these type of events is I can set this up here for 26.15 because I think that's where I'll hit up to. So I'm going to put in a take profit. We'll just do 25. If the price of people hits 0.025, I'm going to win $78. If I were to say, if people hits 2.6, I'd win $138. If I said, hey, I think price of people is going to hit 3 cents. 3 cents will pay me $778. And I want to put a stop loss on it. Look, it's already up $24. It's crazy. Stop loss, I'm already up $45. And what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that the whales are incentivized, right? even if this trade doesn't move anywhere. For 8 hours, I'm getting paid 0.15%. So if a whale were to open up a trade for $100,000 with 10x leverage, that would be total value would be $1 million. And now he's making 0.15% every 8 hours. That whale would be making $150,000 every 8 hours in funding for keeping that trade open. So this is where retail investors get wrecked. They go, oh, price of a coin just ran up $1 billion, but they're not understanding how the game's being played. And that's why I say people is going up. I don't think it's going to go all the way up there, but I do think it's going to hit my 27.027 target. And if it hits this, and did you guys see what I just did there? I was able to adjust my leverage or take profit on the fly. So anytime you open a position and you put in a take profit, Bybit gives you this little slider. So you want to adjust your leverage on the fly, boom. And now it just readjusted my lever or my take profit. And if I hit this edit button, I can see now if people hits that target, I'm going to make 0.0272. Now, where do I think it's going to stop at? Where would I be looking for an epic short at probably 0.037. So after everybody kind of shorts and gets liquidated, and that drives price up as people are getting liquidated on their shorts, it's like a mini short squeeze in action. I think that that'll propel people probably up to the 3-cent price range. So when people gets up to 3070, I want to add a short to it. So I'm going to come over here now and choose limit in, and I'm going to choose the limit price 0.0307. Let's just do 75% of my remaining balance, because I only got 115, because I have so many of these crazy long limit positions. If price free falls, I'm ready for it. So that being said, and people is a good short to get into right now, because if Bitcoin falls apart and the market tanks on Monday like it should, or at any time next week, we're going to be in really good positions. Now, when I hit open short, now you can see I have a short limit buy order up here on people. Now, when I hit open short, now you can see I have a short limit buy order up here on people. Now, let's talk about another coin that we can short right now and market into it. So I'm going to filter by USDT. I'm going to do change in the last 24 hours. I see people's up 39%. Let's take about request. Now, the next thing you want to do too when you're trading these is you also want to see the volume. So we go change in the last 24 hours. You always want to make sure that the volume is well over, if you're new to trading, I wouldn't trade anything whose volume is less than 5 or 10 million. So you can see all these big coins up here, plenty of volume, lots and lots of trading. Any of the ones that you see that are new coins, like down here, like BOA, 41,200, 41,000, 45,000, no render token, nobody's trading those. So the wicks are going to be crazy. The market price is going to be insane. You're going to get wrecked. So let's just say we want to short something that has a good amount of volume and has ran up in the last 24 hours. Request, AVAX is doing it for us right there. So we have request, and then FitFi. FitFi is a really good one. That one's got 30 million. ACH, those coins are reckless, guys. I wouldn't even mess with those. Okay, let's give Curve a shot. Actually, GMT looks like a good one. We'll try GMT. GMT actually looks like it's consolidating, ready to break out, but pretend like we want to short GMT. So just to get into a trade right now, I'm going to market into that trade. So I got $28 left over here. Perfect. We'll just open up a short one, a small one. So I'm going to open up this short. If I choose market and I hit open short and the price is at $1.02. So we're going to open this short. Boom. Now I'm shorting GMT. So what does that actually mean? So it's really simple once you actually understand what's going on. So we entered that trade at $1. And then I have some measurements here on the chart. So this red line represents the entry price, which was $1. And this is a measuring tool that shows you if the price goes up by 50%, which would be at $1.50, my trade would be up 50%. Now, if we swing back over here to Bybit and we see that I actually shorted GMT with 50x leverage, what that means, because I bet $25, if price drops down to 50 cents, the trade would be up 50%. So if I times that by 0.5 equals, right? Technically, if I was just shorting it with no leverage, I would win $12.50. But because I used 50x leverage, I would multiply my profits by 50. So times 50, that $25 short would be worth $625 if the price of GMT crashes down to 50 cents. Now, the downside of that would be my liquidation price is at 103. So now, because I have 50x leverage, if price goes from 102.50 to 103.50, if it goes up 1 penny, I'm losing everything I bet. And it actually only let me bet $14. So $14, I only bet 50% of my portfolio. So you guys get what I'm saying. If price goes down and you're short, you win. You're literally saying, hey, I want to place a bet. If the price of Bitcoin is $1 right now and I place a short, I'm betting on it that price is going to go down. If it goes up, I lose. And it's different where if you were to buy into Bitcoin and it goes down, you can ride it all the way down to zero if you really wanted. When you're trading with leverage, you can only lose, I think it's 100% of your bet. So when your trade goes in the wrong position, if you get down more than 100%, it's going to liquidate you. And I think 1 penny, yeah, that'd be 50%. Yeah. So that's, you guys just got to play with it, guys. It'll all make so much more sense. And if you guys have not seen my Bybit testnet tutorial, check it out. Bybit has a complete dummy exchange. It looks just like the real thing. It trades just like the real thing. And you can actually practice leverage trading crypto. And you can actually practice leverage trading crypto for free without risking losing any of your own money. So I know that was a little bit of a long one. Hopefully this video helped you guys. I have more detailed videos that'll actually walk you through the process, everything you need to know about longing, shorting. There's a full step-by-step Bybit digital course, how to set up accounts, everything you need to know about trading on Bybit. And if you guys want to support the channel and use my affiliate link, I would greatly appreciate it. All details about affiliate payouts are also linked down in the description. I'm probably one of the most transparent people on the game. So I love you guys and I appreciate all the support big time. And hopefully you guys can make some money no matter which way the market's going. I know it's rough. Times are going to get tough for a lot of people, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys.